Hi, folks. This is Old Dude again with another one of my liquid sessions, and what I call this thing is traveling. I've been experimenting lately on making my liquid, it's just kind of smaller. Now I don't do digits or anything like that. I'm not going to teach on that. But what I mean by smaller is we have our basic liquid flow like this, and I always use this as a reference point, in the videos if you've been following me, And I said, well, if you're following this path here, that's straight, and this is the way to do it, you know. But there are little things that can happen, along this highway here. I call it, along this highway. It doesn't always have to be straight. There are like little things that can happen, where, okay, let's say to make your way across the highway, let's say you do something like this. Now I know there's a liquid dancer. His name is Tiger. His idea of liquid was, you have two fish, that are swimming, you know, going in and out of each other and having this like little dance going. So one movement that you can do is this one goes up, and this one follows. I can't really demonstrate how to do it other than to say that this goes up, it curves around, this goes up, it curves around, until it gets to the other side of that highway, and the opposite movement happens where this scoops up and curves around, and this just kind of follows it. I found in my discoveries that, your idiot hand, in my case, is my left hand, my non-dominant hand. If I give the dominant hand a direction to go in, like for instance, this scooping movement like this, and this is how it looks. If I start out with this direction and say, well, I want the other hand to follow it, I really don't have to worry about what the other hand does. It will just find some way to fit in. Same thing. Even if I'm using the non-dominated hand, I will find some. It will find some way to kind of fit in. And so, I'm finding that there's a lot in the simple kind of movements as you make your way across, like I said, this liquid straightaway, this liquid highway here. Another thing that I do, and I covered this in a previous video, is what I call the hand washing technique, where you're really just doing like this here, going around and, doing the mirror image, on the other side. So again, as you're going across this liquid highway, where you're doing a series of, straight movements, and then all of a sudden you just go into this hand washing thing. That's the only way I could call it. It's almost like you have this little school of fish that's kind of making its way across the fish bowl, across the surface. I'm sorry, under the water, and then you go back to this, like these two eels, just, doing various things. And then, you kind of incorporate this little small movement here, just moving your fingers, and I find when you do this, it'll just add more of a liquid kind of dimension, to your liquid, and you just will make it kind of, I've been calling it kind of creepy, but I guess it is a creeping kind of, motion, to it. So, that's just what this segment is about, making your liquid just a little smaller, tiny, where the details are in your wrists, and in your fingers as you make your way across, the straight line highway, just to make your liquid more interesting to watch. Okay, so comment, subscribe, and most of all, practice. Enjoy your dancing.